Not all products perform equally, and we know this. Some products bring in a lot of revenue, attract new customers, and have really low return rates, while others might still be underperforming. This is why it's so important for you to further analyze the performance of your product assortment to better understand how it's performing across units sold, revenue generated, return rates, as well as the popularity amongst your new customers. The bestseller report gives you a clear and sortable view of how your products, categories, and brands are performing by taking a look at products that are sold during the specific time that's selected. Within this video, we'll be sure to dive into all of the different unique features within this report, how to analyze the data at hand, and how to strategically look at your products as a whole. Let's start with the basic and key features of this report. First, we can take a look at the sorting options over here on the top left. We have the option to sort by best, or we can sort by worst, depending on which one makes the most sense for you here. We also have the ability for you to choose between products, variants, or categories. And amongst these here, how you want to rank them in regards to items sold, revenue, either by gross or net, return rate, either by items or gross merchandise value, or by new customers coming in. You can apply additional filters to this by taking a look at specific categories amongst your product assortment, or if you have multiple brands, you can also click into the brand filter to select which one you want to focus on. In addition to this, we also have the ability for you to filter by specific segments at hand, as well as being able to go over here and select a specific date range too. So you can look at a time period in mind. We also have the ability for you to adjust the view. So you can either stick with tile view over here, or if it makes more sense, we can look at this from a list view perspective. Over here, we can also search within the search bar to find a specific product that you're hoping to look into further. It's also important to note if you utilize GWPs, which are gift with purchases, freebies, or any products that are not directly intended for sale. If you wanted to hide those products within this report, all you have to do is go over to your company settings and go into your report settings, and then you can see an option for defining order extras. Here's where you can select all of the relevant product titles that are in reference to a GWP or a freebie to hide them from your product report so they don't muddy up the data at hand. And here's where things get even more powerful. When you click into any product, you actually can see a development view, and you can analyze the performance of specific metrics over time for that specific product. Was it always a top seller? Are there recent dips or increases in the trends of the metrics? Or you can even add an additional product over here to identify any product cannibalization as well. By taking a look at how products are behaving and against each other here, we can see if one of them's rise is also coming at the expense of another. Now we can take a look at a couple of use cases to really bring these data points to life. For example, we can take a look at which products are bringing in the most amount of new customers. That way you can see which products to really position and how it impacts in the first order for you. In addition to this, we can also take a look at the top customers and how those products are specifically favored amongst this group. We can also utilize these insights to know which products to feature within any welcome flows or any of your paid ad campaigns. While it's important to understand your top performers, it's also important to understand maybe some of your worst performers too. And we can easily do that by switching over here to sort by worst. It might be interesting to understand if any of these products are specifically bringing in more return rates over others by going over to your returns over here and then sticking with sort by worst. You can see exactly which products are producing most of your return rates right now. Utilize these insights to understand which ones to pull back, maybe further analyze and see if there's any changes needing to be made. We can also analyze seasonality of products as well, month to month, quarter to quarter, or year to year. By taking a look at products that were favored in last quarter in comparison to this quarter could give you some insights into how your customers' behavior is changing and if there's any product preference that is happening over others. To do this, all we have to do is go over here and select the time range. I'm going to stick with quarter and go over here and click on last quarter. And I'll go ahead and select compare with and look at this quarter. And I can see that some of my top products in last quarter were actually pulled down, and I have a new front runner over here in addition to a previous contender too. Another interesting way you can utilize this data is by taking a look at any recent collection drops. Simply by filtering over here by a specific segment could be one way to do this, and analyze amongst that customer group who purchased from the collection, which products are your top performers or some of your lower performers. It's important to make smart marketing and merchandising decisions and utilize data versus assumptions. The Bestsellers report is going to give you the clarity and confidence that you need to really understand which products to focus on that really move the needle. So feel free to dive in and turn your product insights into a real business impact.